Toyota is saying that it will actually build Land Cruiser fully electric vehicles and RAV4 EVs in the United States. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Interesting to see Toyota changing its strategy now and focusing a lot more on electric cars over the last 12 months. Toyota say that they will actually build 2 new electric SUVs, including one that'll be called a Toyota Land Cruiser in Kentucky, which is not what you would expect. This apparently isn't a surprise. Now, Toyota have said that in the future, their Land Cruiser will be powered by solid-state batteries and will have up to 650 miles of range. So that's more than 1,000 kilometers of range. Now, I should point out sedan sales in the US are going down. And Toyota obviously recognizes that in spite of its reluctance to sell EVs, that is the future. So they are going to build them in the US, which is good to see. I think a Toyota RAV4 EV could be a good idea because people buy the RAV4, even if they're, honestly, in my opinion, the most boring car on the face of the earth. They buy them. It's a known brand. People understand they understand what RAV4 means. They understand the approximate size of the car, and it feels safe to them. So this could be a good strategy. According to a source familiar with this information, who spoke to Reuters, the upcoming EVs will be based on the Land Cruiser and RAV4, and apparently they may actually use those names. So Toyota RAV4 Electric and Toyota Land Cruiser Electric. The Land Cruiser C concept, this is it. It was first shown in 2023. This is meant to be Land Cruiser's EV. It's going to be a 3-row EV, and as you can see, it's sort of similar size to a Kia EV9, also quite boxy. Short bonnet. Looks weird, doesn't it? But it's good. I mean, the short bonnet, you don't need a long bonnet with an EV. There's no engine to go in there. It's just going to be a frunk in there. So that's actually, even though it kind of looks a bit odd, it's actually a good strategy from Toyota, and I think makes a lot of sense when it comes to practicality. In general, I think they could improve on these looks a little bit. Maybe they'll make the, in Australia, it's called the Toyota Prado. I know you guys call it the Land Cruiser. Maybe they'll make it look just like the existing Prado or the existing Land Cruiser. That could be a good move. Now, apparently, Toyota say they're going to reveal these new vehicles. They're going to be made both fully electric and as plug-in hybrids. Maybe also standard hybrids as well. So there'll be a few different options you can get. The RAV4, though, will be a 3-row RAV4, which is surprising. The RAV4 currently is smaller than a Tesla Model Y, so I think not a Model Y L. It's smaller than just a Tesla Model Y. I mean, it's actually not a very big car. It's a similar size to a Geely EX5, to give some context. So 3 rows in that vehicle would be a really tight fit. Maybe that means they're going to make a bigger version of the RAV4. I'm not really sure. The RAV4, though, is America's 3rd best-selling vehicle this year. And an EV version could be a really good idea. It'll give Toyota's electric lineup the boost that the BZ4X, or now the BZ4, the updated version, hasn't. The BZ4, it hasn't really sold that well. I think part of the problem with the BZ4 is when Toyota first started selling it, it was garbage. It's now massively improved. It's actually a pretty good EV now. Although that said, compared to its rivals, it's still a bit behind. It still looks pretty cheap on the inside, and on the outside, it's okay. It's just not up there with the competition. But calling it a RAV4, that will probably help it to sell, I'd say. Toyota will shift production of the next generation Lexus ES back to Japan, interestingly, and make space to make these EVs in Kentucky. With tariffs in play, I don't know if that's a good decision. I mean, Toyota will have to pay 15% tariffs on all the vehicles it makes in Japan that it then sends to the United States. So Toyota strategies are going to be changing a bit now. They're probably going to move some of their production of different vehicles that they make in Japan to the US in order to avoid these 15% tariffs. Because remember, paying a 15% tariff isn't just the tariff. You've also got to consider the fact that you have to ship those cars. It's probably going to cost you like $4,000 per car to ship it from Japan. So $4,000 plus a 15% tariff, and things start to really add up. So the tariffs might be a good move to help protect the American automotive industry. That could certainly be working in the favor of US auto industry jobs. But the big problem, though, I see is while this is helping the Trump administration tariffs on cars from other countries could help protect local jobs, those local jobs might not last that long if the American automotive industry really is only selling cars to itself, right? Because it's falling behind. I mean, 10% EV adoption in the US, that's good. That's an all-time record from August. But we're going to see a decline from that because of the end of the EV tax incentives. Because when they're scrapped, EV sales aren't going to increase for quite a while in the US, unfortunately. I think that's most likely. And the US will further fall behind Europe. Consultants now are saying that the US, which was on schedule to hit 50% electrification by 2034, is now not going to hit it until 2039 or 2040, meaning way behind pretty much almost all of the rest of the world. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. The United Nations says that fossil fuels have run out of road. It's the end of the road, in spite of the best efforts of lobbyists. Remember that fossil fuels are still receiving literally hundreds of billions. In fact, some say around $1 trillion a year in global subsidies. In spite of all of that, the United Nations is saying it is the end of the road. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to have you with us. Fossil fuels have run out of road, said the head of the United Nations last week. With the price of renewable energy now so cheap, the energy transition cannot be stopped, despite the best efforts of oil and gas and coal lobbyists and their supporters. Now, obviously, Donald Trump might have something to say about that, but it's not much he can do. And sure, he might be able to turn the tide a little bit one way for the next few years, but he will, probably not be around for a long time. He can't be re-elected, put it that way. Speaking ahead of the release of 2 UN reports on the energy transition, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said 9 in 10 renewable projects globally are cheaper than fossil fuel alternatives, 90%. He said that renewable energy is now driving growth in large developed economies, including in core oil producing regions such as Texas, where renewable energy is growing faster than in any other state in the United States, Texas. A combination of national security, no embargoes on wind, and easy access, you can't build a coal plant in someone's backyard, meant renewables were here to stay. I should mention there are some coal power plants in people's backyards in the United States, and they're the most polluted places you can live in America.